This has to be the most devastating thing to ever happen to me. Posted by high_class_low_life. If you like these stories and want to see more, please like and subscribe. Starting mid to late last year, I could tell my wife was acting differently towards me. She had a much shorter temper and would be somewhat hostile towards me for the littlest things. It was obvious that things were not right. I cannot say exactly how I caught her cheating on me, but I found out kind of by chance, and there was no question as to what was happening. This technically was not the first time it had happened either. Back in 2018, she had this friend from work, and I'll call her T. T would often come over and hang out with us after work and on the weekends. T was also gay. It got to the point where T became our girlfriend, and we would regularly all sleep together. It was fun, but my wife and T developed strong feelings towards each other, and it became obvious that that was happening. I knew and had even told my wife that things weren't going to end well when we had to split up. When it got to the point where I felt I was being excluded, I couldn't take it anymore and told my wife to break it off or at least stop being intimate with T when I was not there. She still did at least one more time after that, and I found out. That's when I told her that she had to break it off completely. That eventually did happen, but I know they still sexted. Maybe it was because it was another woman that I didn't feel so threatened, or that I knew that this person couldn't provide for her the way I could, or that I felt like she could never truly be with her due to her conservative family. That was all kidding me, I now believe. After she had broken it off, my wife and I had an intense talk about all of it. She told me about issues she had with me and our relationship, and I said I was more than happy to work on those things, but if she was not happy in our relationship, that now was the time for us to end as well. She said that she really wanted to be with me and wished to continue being married. We went on to buy a house and build our relationship pretty strongly, I had thought. Fast forward a couple of years to 2021, and I find out that she's been having an affair with a coworker much older than her. Someone that's married, has kids, and is allegedly a doctor. I am absolutely devastated. Just agonizingly despondent. I confront her, and she doesn't say a word to me. She just sits there catatonic. It takes her days to even muster an apology. She finally tells me how it happened and why. She tells me all sorts of things that devastate me even further, such as she never had an emotional connection to me, that she hates our house and where we live, that she doesn't think we're right for each other, that she's too sensitive for me, etc. These things absolutely floor me. I also find out that she loves this person a lot. It feels as if someone is stabbing my heart with a hot iron. I go on to find out from her that I often made her feel dumb about things that she had wanted and had alienated her to some degree. I feel extremely bad for doing all of these things, and they are likely things that I had done, but she never told me about these things. I never had a chance to right what I had wronged. I can even remember specific times that I would ask if she was happy, and she never gave me any indication that that wasn't the case. I can say with full confidence that I never mistreated her. I thought I did a good job of taking care of her and loving her. Not long after the initial confrontation, the guy texts me this long, rambling apology text. It's obvious this guy is a complete bullcrafter type. It's to the point that I kind of can't believe my wife would even be attracted to someone like this. I begged her to come back to me, to stop what she was doing and work on our relationship. She says she wants to, but it's clear in her tone and body language that that is not what she wants to do at all. She tells me that she doesn't want to just keep hurting me. What I think this meant was that she did not want to continue our marriage since she could not stop what she was doing. I know that she continued to talk to him on the phone after work every day and would have secret meetings with him whenever she could. By this time, I'm at the end of my rope. I can't concentrate at work when I'm there and regularly cry when I'm there. I cry everywhere all the time. More than I've cried in my entire life. One day I hit a breaking point and kicked her out of the house, and filed for divorce. It was simply too much to bear. She comes back after 4 or 5 days of being kicked out and says she wants to reconcile and that she had broken it off with this person. Again, she does not sound convincing in the slightest. In fact, she sounds angry with me when she tells me all of this as if I had been the one to do something wrong. All I wanted at this point was to have my wife back. So very badly. So I kid myself and say that everything is going to be fine, but I know it's not. I even texted this guy to confirm that things had been ended and to say that if anything continued that I was leaving. He responds by saying it had, but I had no reason to believe him. Again, just total bullcrap from this guy and pretty much confirmed he's a liar. Over the next weeks, the same behavior continues. So I confront her yet again and tell her that it's for real and the divorce is proceeding. In our talk since then, she says that she still loves me very much and that she will miss me when she's gone. It's the weirdest thing to hear from someone that treats you so contrary to that. It's been an absolutely harrowing experience that I don't think I'll ever get out of my mind. I simply cannot reconcile how someone could love two people at once like that. My heart simply couldn't be able to do that. I feel like there will be so many things from this experience that I will never be able to comprehend. All I'm left with is so much regret and lament. I will truly miss the relationship I thought I had, and I don't think anything will ever feel the same. I do not believe that this is hyperbole in the slightest. I really love this person, and I feel completely lost. My main takeaways and advice are to be very sure that your partner is taken care of and really try to make sure they're heard. I hope you'll take this as a cautionary tale and learn from the mistakes that were made. And now for the top comments. The reality is your wife/ex-wife is a selfish manipulator. I truly don't believe you could have done anything to fix this. It was 100% on her to fix herself, which is why she is the way she is. She cheated once, you rug swept, she cheated a second time and would have the rug swept again. She didn't love you and him, and if she truly loved you, she would have never done what she did. Don't reminisce about her, and she was a terrible partner to you. She has gaslit you and told you all those things to make herself not the bad person. That is the reality of what took place. I hated reading it but figured I would be the first to give you an honest assessment of what I read. Take care of yourself, physically and mentally, have fun with your hobbies, and then when you are ready, you will find someone worth your time. You will see what a real relationship looks and feels like. Good luck! Listen to me on this. You did nothing wrong. Her cheating is 100% on her. Nothing you did or didn't do made her cheat. She chose to cheat. She could have spoken to you about being unhappy. She chose not to. You, unfortunately, chose a woman who can't keep her legs closed for other people. You deserve to find someone who will respect you and your relationship. Stop playing the pick me to dance. Don't let your main takeaway be that you did something wrong or that you have really any blame for the situation at all. For every criticism of your relationship that your partner throws out as an excuse, because that's what they are, ask yourself if you experienced the same thing. She says you weren't emotionally supportive, okay, but was she always? Probably not, but you still didn't go out and cheat, twice. Your takeaway should be that you, unfortunately, married a narcissist and that nothing you could have done would have changed the outcome because it was never really about you. And now for our next story. So before the GF heads out to work, I find out she has a crush on a male coworker. I'm pissed because I can see she's hiding something. She doesn't go to work. She cried, asked for forgiveness and gave me oral. Posted by I_M_hello. Kitty. This is weird. I'm not too sure what's going on. What I know is that when I confronted her about her crush, she seemed far more apologetic than necessary. I told her to GTFO of my sight. Then I went to take a nap since I'd been working all night. I woke up and found out that she had never gone to work. She starts by saying that she's looking for a new job. Then she starts crying and undressing me and offering me oral. We have sex a few times, but I think there's something weird about this picture. She basically volunteered to all sorts of sex fantasies. Was far more apologetic than the situation seemed to warrant. I'm thinking I stumbled on more than a work colleague crush here. I don't usually do long-term relationships, and I'm kinda getting a bit worried about this one. If anyone has any advice, I'd greatly appreciate it. And now for the top comments. Your intuition is justifiable, considering you have uncovered some type of inappropriate relationship. It's fair on your part to suspect cheating. I want to be fragile about this because I understand the fragility of being in a long-term relationship. I would stop the sex for right now. Give yourself the space and time you need to think about what is going on. If she doesn't respect that or persuades you with sex or manipulation to stay, that's emotional abuse. People in this thread glorifying sex is garbage, and that's not a healthy mindset. You are upset, rightfully so. This type of conflict is damaging. I would take a step back and assess the situation. You need a clear mind that's not being bombarded with emotional vomit. After you have had time to clear your head and think, give her the opportunity to come clean. You know her, which means you will know if she is open about the entire relationship or if she's concealing information. The ball is in your court. Be civil and respectful. That's the best way to respectfully get revenge on someone's disloyalty. Sounds like she may have cheated. She has done a bit more than just have a crush, and there is no other reason she went overboard than trying to assuage her guilt for cheating. What's your say on this? Do you have a similar story? Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.